Hello guys, and welcome to today's second installment of the live build of my North African diorama on a live stream here on YouTube. The last one was quite successful, I'd say. I had about 100 people watching while it was live. I had some nice conversations with you guys on here, and there's the first viewer. Oh, actually, we're up to 3 now. That's cool. Hey guys. And yes, today is our second installment. We will continue to work on this dio base, and like I said on my new Facebook page today, I got a little something from the Netherlands. The palm trees that I ordered from Diorama, a Dutch company, have arrived today and will be installed on this base. Out of curiosity, I have already assembled, although it's not much of an assembly, to be honest, one of the palm trees off camera, which I can now show you guys. Sadly, there's no one in here live that I could show it to, but there you go. This is one of the palm trees that are going to go on the diorama piece. And since the piece of metal wire that sticks out of the palm tree is thicker than the hole I had already made with the cocktail stick in it, I had to drill it out with a drill bit. Let me just quickly put this in position so you guys can actually see what I am envisioning this looking like. Let me move this a bit backwards so you can see properly. This is where this palm tree is going to go. And as you can see, I had envisioned the other palm tree to go where the cocktail stick is right here. Since this is a big palm tree and the other one is just as big, this will be a problem. So I'll probably have to make room for another palm tree in a different area. So I will have to see what I can do and how I can do this, but this should not be a problem. The main problem we are going to have to deal with today is to integrate the palm tree base into the diorama without making it look as if it's hovering around on top of the diorama base, which would look unnatural. So we will have to blend the foot of the stem with the dio base using the aforeseen AK Interactive's Sand Desert Acrylic Diorama Paste, as well as grass tufts. This time another new product that I'm trying out from Diorama, Grass Patches Beige, in various shapes, which is cool. And maybe some rocks and stones that will just hopefully help me blend the stem of the palm tree onto my diorama piece. What we are going to start out with though is wood glue, because we need to glue the palm tree to the base to start out with, which is what we are going to do first. We are going to use our wood glue, put a nice blob onto the hole here, and then we are going to use the cocktail stick, this one right here, to manipulate the glue and shove it into the hole a bit. And then we can manipulate the rest of the glue a bit around the hole, just so we have some glue on the inside that will adhere to the palm tree and make it stick to the hole. What we can also do, which is what I'm going to do next, is we can take the wood glue and apply some to the lower half of the stem, to the foot of the stem, so we have a bit more adhesive that will allow us to glue this into position. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can make this work properly. I hope we can. Alright, now that the palm tree is in the hole, the next thing we have to check on is whether or not this actually has a nice positioning. We can maneuver around the palm tree a bit more. Hello Seb, thank you for watching, and no, I'm not going to bend it over. And what I was going to say, yes, we can still manipulate the trunk of the palm tree as well as the leaves of the palm tree. I now have to hold this down a bit until the wood glue starts to cure a bit, and so you can see we can still manipulate the palm tree a bit more to make it fit our needs and wishes. I hope you guys all had a nice weekend and enjoyed time with your loved ones, your family, animals, pets, bench time, whatever it is that you did during the weekend. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves and had a great time, because that's the most important thing, I think, not just within this hobby but overall in life. And right now it's a bit of a trying time within the hobby. There's a lot of cockfighting going on, and I don't want to get involved too much in this, so all I can say is apparently I am also being targeted. In last week when I was doing my live stream, within I think the first 15 minutes I already had 20 dislikes. So I even appreciate the haters taking their time to step into this live stream chat and leave their opinion, so I know that they were here. But like I said, this is a free country, or we are living in a free world, and you can do whatever you please and say whatever you want. Just don't try to force your views and your opinions on others. I'd highly appreciate that. Anyways, I'm now going to sit here holding down this palm tree, and while I do this, I can probably explain to you what is next within this build and what steps we have to do until we can finish this. I have a couple of figures that I still need to decide on, like I said last time, whether or not they are going on this model. Oh, don't cry, Seb. And once I've made up my mind about those figures, I will integrate them on the Diobase. Alright, now let me try and fix this into place somehow so I don't have to just hold on to this for an eternity here. Ooh. No, that's too heavy. Anyway, so I'm just gonna hold it. And the tank, don't sleep any either. The tank is almost done, which is a good thing. We have now achieved a weathering stage where I'm actually happy with how it looks. And so the tank is going to go on the diorama pretty soon here. Just a couple of touch-ups on the turret, the bin, and some of the upper areas of the tank. So yeah, right now this is a bit boring, and I know that because I'm just holding a tree and waffling on about stuff that I've already talked about. But the good part is going to be when we are building, or actually manipulating the leaves, and once we start blending in this tree trunk. I also encountered a very disappointing seller on eBay over the weekend when I was lucky enough to purchase the new Dragon release Stuck 3 with the added on concrete armor, which I bought of my YouTube. No, actually, I didn't buy it of the YouTube earnings. This is the trees that I bought of the YouTube earnings. No, but my missus actually wanted to buy that for me. And today I received an email from the guy saying that he has sold out the kit, although I purchased this as a buy it now. So I'm a bit disappointed about that, because I was actually looking forward to building this. And I had already made up my mind on what I was going to do, as I was planning on building this famous picture of the Stuck 3 in American camouflage with the concrete armor driving down a road, either I think it's Belgium or France, so I had that in mind as well. So yeah, that was disappointing. So I hope you guys never have to deal with something like this, because this is not a pleasant thing. I'm still looking for ways to improve this diabase, like I said last time, and if you have any suggestions, please let me know and I'll look into them, and maybe I can then incorporate your ideas, your tips, and your recommendations into this build, because I think it is lacking in some ways, in some areas. And if you guys have any ideas what I could do to improve this build, please let me know. I'd appreciate that very much. And the glue is not trying. Oh, that's so lovely. Are you supposed to drive your truck somewhere? Jesus. And another question for those of you who have seen the first installment and are now watching this: do you think I should actually talk to my audience as much as I do, or should I just ignore them and just answer questions regarding the diorama piece? I like to interact with my viewers. If that's not something you guys like, I'll seize it. Hello, Liam. Thank you for taking your time and stopping by. I appreciate that very much. So if you guys think that, just ignore them. All right. So ignore you as well. Good day. Yeah, holding a palm tree. Very interesting right now. This hangout, this live stream is very captivating. It's almost like watching paint dry, but you're watching glue dry. It's just not sticking to the base properly. Maybe I'll need to add a drop of super glue here soon, just to aid in the process of just fixing it down. But while we're at it, since I don't have anything else to blabber on about, why don't I ask you guys, what have you been doing? Modeling wise during the weekend, did you guys manage to do any kind of updates on your current builds or anything? Just let me know, so I can do some conversation with you at this time. Silence of the Lambs. 5 years. I have 4 likes. I cannot see the dislikes, but I bet the dislikes are already up in the teens. Hey, 5 likes. Woo! Awesome. Anyways, what do you guys reckon? How should I install the second tree now that you see how the first tree is installed? Do you think I should put it up here and just have it face the other direction? Should I put it somewhere else? No dinosaurs, Liam. No. No such thing. I'm sorry. I gotta disappoint you there, mate. I gotta disappoint you there. Let me try something here. Palm tree falling over. Try and just force this into place. Die Palme ist super. Michael, die Palme ist super. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't code switch. I shouldn't speak German. The palm tree's nice. Seb, you can be such a cunt. Jesus Christ. Oh. The only problem, or the only issue I've had with that palm tree so far, is that I think that the leaves are upside down. They have been installed upside down by the manufacturer. So yes, I'm a bit confused about the way they are handed. I think they should be the other way around and have the rod on the like underneath. Yes, I said exactly that. He deserves it. My favorite word. For those of you who don't know me, this is my favorite word. And no, I'm not from Australia, where this might be coming. Alright. It's super glue. Hey, Chalky. It's about the super glue time now. I need to get this to stick because I cannot just be sitting here holding this palm tree for about an hour. This is not a possibility right now that I want to consider. There you go. Super glue! Just use the super glue. Nope. And don't drop the lid. Now this should cure much faster. And once the super glue is dry, this will just allow me to just leave it be. Oh, hello Hinterland Customs. And once, like I said, once the super glue is dry, this will allow me to just focus on showing you guys the other palm tree, because this can be a bit boring, I guess. Oh, there you go. Look, super glue dry. I'll just keep it in place for just a second longer, just so the super glue is perfectly cured, and then I can continue. It's riveting viewing. Oh yeah, I know. It's captivating. I know I'm captivating you guys. At least you're still here. You could have just jetted off already, but you're still here, so something is keeping you here. And it's probably not my beautiful looks. So what's everybody up to today? You at work? You at home? You on vacation? You... Where are you? Just tell me. I'm interested in that. Oh, 11. Oh. Oh, shouldn't you, like, pay attention, Liam? In college? I don't know. When I was in university, I at least tried to. Well, I tried. I didn't manage, but I tried. Alright, here we go. Tree in place. Glue dry. Alright. Awesome. Okay. Fair enough. Let's open this second palm tree. In case anyone of you wants to buy this from Diodump, this is palm tree number 2. Diodump code DD060-2. And they come in the plastic bags. If you buy them at model shows, you can actually get them already built up. And they look something like... Move this. Oh, wait a minute. Look something like this. $5 that will fall over again. You're such a nice fella. Anyways, they look something like this. As you can see, the leaves are still folded up. The stem is painted and weathered a bit. I might add a bit more weathering. And as you can see, we have some pieces of green, I think it's metal wire, sticking out on the bottom that will allow us to put this into place. The question is, can I put this where I had drilled the hole? Which I actually think I can. Which would look something like this. Or I could move it backwards a bit and have it sit somewhere here. And looking forward, would you guys reckon? What would be the better idea? Have it here or have it back a bit? Interested in seeing your suggestions and reading your suggestions. If this falls over, Sep, I'm going to send you some modeling products. I'm going to send you modeling products anyways, but I'm going to send you modeling products if this falls over. So you'd reckon back, okay? So you would suggest up here, Liam, and not back here. Yeah, I think I like it up here a bit more as well, and then have it lean forward like this. I think that would be cool. So there's some kind of shade thrown onto the road here. Could actually, or we could have it like bend over this way, so there's some shade on the staircase. Those are all options that we have. But before I can build this up, I need a drill bit again. And I'm using a drill bit that is normally used for drilling wood. That's true. But like I said, I can manipulate the stems, so I can then make way if the leaves are too big. But yes, I am going to unfold the leaves first. Let's move this out of the way. See, Seb, the tree is still standing. So screw you. This is not falling over. No. Never. Thank you. Anyways, let's start unfolding the leaves. I always suggest you start with the one furthest outside and to just bend it back. And since they are the wrong way around, I'll start out by just turning them at 180 degrees. So, like this. And then we go around the tree. Whoop. And always want to make sure that the ones we are using are the ones on the furthest on the outside, which will allow us to bend them easier and to make it look like a full crown. So, oh no. Yep. Wanna distribute them a bit random, but at the same time natural. Just take a look at pictures of palm trees before you do this, just to get an idea of how they should be looking. And you don't do something. Like I said, I think the leaves are made from paper. It feels like a sturdy paper. Maybe it could also be. I don't think it's lead foil or tin foil. I don't think it's that. It's too sturdy for that. And then there is a metal rod that is glued underneath to give it stability and malleability. I think the rod is made up of a couple of those metal rods, stem, and then I think those are pieces of some sort of putty that are wrapped around the stem, and bigger parts of putty that are put on top here where the leaves spring, as well as down here, and then just chopped with a knife. I guess that's what it's made of. Similarly to what I made my first palm tree out of, which never looked as good as this. Yes, exactly. He's right. I'm just too lazy to do this and bought them ready-made. Thanks to you guys' support, because without you guys, I would not have been able to source them when I sourced them. because I used, like I said, the AdSense money that I got from YouTube. So in a way, it's all your fault. Yeah, use this, turn this over here. Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. I like the diadem stuff overall. I think is great. I've developed a big liking for this stuff. I have the debris for the urban dioramas that he produces, which once again I know I could make my own debris, but I'm just lazy. And I like his diorama buildings. On my Operation Barbarossa diorama, I used one of his buildings, as well as the outhouse that was provided by his company. And like I said, he's based in the Netherlands, so it's rather easy for me to source from the Netherlands. Shipping is not as big of an issue as if I would be ordering from, for example, the United States or the UK. I'm glad you guys like him. I like him a lot as well. And they're easily manipulated to look the way you want them to look, which is great, I think. I hope that I've kept it in shot mostly, so you guys could see what I was doing. And on this palm tree, I've been twisting and turning the leaves a bit so that the rod was underneath and it was properly made, because I think on the first palm tree it was not as properly made. Alright, and here we go. This is palm tree number 2, and I like the way it looks. I will probably be doing some like minor kinks to it, like move the palm tree leaves a bit more, but now we can try and see how this fits in if we leave it in the front hole here, the front hole location. And I think if we have it like sit like this, let me move this back a bit, and actually no, not back, but a bit more to the front. If we have it sit like so, I think this will be quite good, don't you think? I don't know. Let me know what you think. For, like I said, I could have it sit like this. I could have it sit like so. I could have it sit slightly to there. I could even have it sit backwards, which would look bad. I could have it sit here. Let me know. I'm up for your suggestions, guys. While I'm waiting for your suggestions, I'll just place it over there. It's always handy to have a piece of styrofoam sitting nearby, so you can just stick it in there and you don't have to hold it while you are either waiting for things to dry, while you're trying to make up your mind, what have you. There are always situations where you want to do something, but you have a tray in your hand. That sounded weird in so many ways. All right, let's move this over a bit further. That's good. Like this. There's a lot more if it's bent like this. And then we could have this sit like so. LOL. What did you say? Oh, that was about the tree in my hand comment. I know what you thought, but now that you see it, maybe you changed your thoughts or your mind. I like it. I like it in this position, to be honest. I really do. I like this. What you reckon? Is this okay? Does this look good? Let's, for the sake of it, get the tank to make this almost complete, so you guys can see what this would look like if the tank would be on there as well. I like this. I already do. This looks good. And then we could have, for example, the guy where I wasn't sure where to put him, because I wasn't sure where to put him. The guy was sitting. I could put him on a jerry can and have him sit underneath the trees in the shadows. Maybe even lean against one of the trees, having his drink, like so. Which I think would be cool. But like I said, I'm open for suggestions, and I'm happy to listen to what you guys have to say. And if there's something there that I can take from your suggestions, I think that would be cool. Because since I'm doing this live with community interaction, I think having some sort of community input on this would be cool. Or we could say this is a community project in a way. Which I have thought about doing in the past anyways, to do something like this. To have a community project where I will have a live stream like this, and I'll have 2 or 3 kits and 2 or 3 Dio ideas, and I'll just open it up to the community and ask the community what the community thinks what I should do, and then I'll just do it. And we can interact on a positive and hopefully civil base. And no, Sep, I won't be painting cocks on my tanks, and I won't be painting my tanks purple. And Liam, why don't you build a dinosaur dio and show us your dinosaur dio? I would highly appreciate that. Anyways, back to topic. What do you guys think? Is this okay, or does this look shit? Before I continue to drill out the hole a bit more so I can fit the entire stem in there, because there's a little piece of drill bits. I'll give you guys time till 34 minutes in, and then I'll just make a decision. Of course you did. What haven't you done? Hamilcar just pointed out that he had made a dinosaur diorama in the past. Of course he has. He's done everything. Thank you. Alright, let's just do this. Since there's not much more input here on what to do with the palm tree. Alright, let's just... Is this... Yeah, that should suffice, should it? It's always handy to have a set of nice wooden like drill bits for wood lying around, although I'm drilling through. Everybody's running to Hamilcar's channel now. He has much more interesting videos than I do. Alright, there we go. I forgot the glue. Alright, that's not a problem though. This time we'll start out with the super glue. Because since I will be adding more of the paint as well to the outside, this will probably help fix this into position anyways. Alright, like I'm using cheap super glue here. The German brand Patex. I hope they are German and aren't Dutch or something. Otherwise, Seb will tell me in a second. No, they are a Dutch company. How dare you say they are German? Alright, there we go. It's palm tree number 2 installed. Now we have to wait for that to dry. But this time we won't have to wait as long. Alright, now the fun part starts. We have to blend this into our dio base with paint as well as vegetation, stones, rocks, what have you. And like I said, today I want to try out these Diodump grass patches. So let me quickly open this packaging. I also got those with this order. Once again, thank you guys for supporting my channel. This has allowed me to buy this. I disabled links so you couldn't get my viewers to go to your channel and stop viewing my video. How dare you? No, I did not disable anything. I think it's YouTube. Delta Dromios. Alright. Alright. They look quite nice. Let me show you guys. Those are very, very dry looking patches. And I like the way they look, and I like their layout. And I think I'll have some of them around the base of the palm trees. Now, there's an instruction that comes with, hey Mike! 1. Pick the grass from the backing sheet. Put a tip of glue either on the bottom of the grass tuft or on the diorama. Recommended glue, superglue or CA instant hobby glue. Repositionable or PVA slow dry. Place the grass on your diorama. There you have it. Okay, but I have another trick up my sleeve, which is called Dio paste. We can just as well do it with this Dio paste. We take a bit of the paste on our brush, like we did last time around. Put it around the stem of the tree, where we want the grass tuft to be. Always keep in mind you should have some clean water around. And then we pick a grass tuft that we like. And I think I like this one. No, I don't want this. Yeah, this one. This is a nice bigger one. Then we can position this where we just put the paint. Then we need a smaller brush to blend the paint with the grass tuft. Again, this is laborious work, but the end results will look mighty fine, I think. And take our brush, take some paint, add some more paint than we did the second ago, because we need a bit more to fix our grass tuft too. And this grass tuft actually has a shape that allows us to manipulate it around the tree stem. Let me quickly move this around so you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. Right here, I just installed this grass tuft around the stem of the tree here. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. No, I can't. Sorry. Yes, Seb. And it would be cool if you knew how to spell glue and not clue. Because I don't know if you've seen a clue dry today. You have that coming, by the way. Ass face. We love each other, actually. I consider Seb one of my good friends in the community. He's always been honest with me. Met up with him. Decent human being. No matter what other people say. And you can also thin the paint down a bit with some water and have some thinned down paint on your brush when you do this, just to increase the stickiness of your surface for the grass tuft. Right. And that is tuft number 1 installed. The thing about this is, where there is a palm tree, at the bottom of that you should normally have some vegetation. This is why I'm adding those grass tufts to those tree stems. Yes, I did this. Actually, I used this product. AK Interactive's Puddles. Acrylics for Diorama series. I think this is just dyed still water. And I'm never going to use still water again because still water just turned on me. But this has worked out so pretty well so far. So yeah, I used this on the water on the wall. What next? Alright, now that we have this around there, let's take a look if we can find some more nice patchy grass that would help us blend this tree in. Oh, by the way, let me just give a shameless plug here to Mike's group build that is about to start next year on the Battle of Kursk. It starts in March, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. And it runs till... How long does it run, Mr. Campbell? Please tell me. And tell my viewers. Alright, there it is. Mike just put it in the comment section. It's from March 1st to June, I think 5th I saw, or July 5th. So, if you are into building World War II, armor, planes, figures, vehicles, landscape, what have you, this Kursk group build will give you all sorts of possibilities, ideas, and I think Mike and Nige will be quite happy to welcome you aboard their group build. Or am I wrong about that, guys? Shameful block. Shameful pluck. Alright, we're already on for 42 minutes, which is cool. Thank you guys for staying on with me that long. Let's have a cookie. Cookies. Let's move the tank out of the way again, so I don't knock anything off it. Or knock it over. So far, we have incorporated 2 grass tufts. Not a lot. So, let's see what else can we do to make the area around the palm trees. Well, I'm not cramping on the dial, although that would probably be just like scatter or something. Alright, let's move this so you guys can actually see. I hope. What else can we do? Well, we can add some stones, shall we? No, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good either. Okay, let's scrap the stone idea. Although this seems to be working out. It doesn't. I'll find a way to incorporate this. I bought this big jar of stones at a supermarket, actually. Let's continue with adding a bit more grass, shall we? I think that's a good idea. Grass is always a good idea. I like those grass patches. And their randomness. The randomness adds a lot, I think. Oh no, that's a big one. I don't want a big one like this. Let's go with this one then. It's not as big. And this time I'll just show you guys the other alternatives that we have here. The Superglue Method this time, and not the Diorama paint. I'm going to blend it with the Diorama paint around the edges a bit later, but I'm going to use the Superglue just so you guys see that this is also a valid option. We take our grass tuft, or grassy patch, put a bit of Superglue underneath, and then just look to see if we can find a decent area where to put it, like so. Press down a little longer. And we have installed our grass patch. All I now need to do is, once again, take the sandy desert paint, take our brush. This time we do want it to be thinned a bit with water because we're blending the edges and we don't want the Dio paint to be all over our grass tuft. Oh, this super glue is shit. Jesus. I need to invest in better super glue, I think. Yeah, definitely. Because the patch just now loosened from the base again. Yeah, that's not so good, but alright, now it's looking fine to me. And I can go over it again. Alright. Let's add a couple of smaller stones though, because the bigger stones don't look right to me, but I think some smaller stones might just do well here. Especially around this tree here, because the way it sits right now, I don't think that this is too realistic, but we could have like a couple stones sit around here like this. That's a bit more realism to it. What's the battery say? Phone battery? That's still fine. Okay. Oh, come on, super glue. Why am I using you if you're not working? This time we just apply the super glue straight to the base and then just press our grass tuft into it. Like so. And then just wait for it to set again. Like so, again, we're watching paint dry, or glue in this instance. I'm sorry if today's episode wasn't as captivating as last week's episode. I just wanted to make sure you guys saw me installing the palm trees and heard the rabbits banging their brains out in the back. That's great. I guess I have two well-behaved rabbits. Not. Oh, this super glue is annoying. Almost like me. Anyways, like I said, I'm sorry if today wasn't as captivating or as interesting as last week. I just hope it still was fun. You can go back and watch it back. Was it last week or was it the week before last week? I'm not entirely sure. It was the first installment. This is the second one. If you saw the first one, don't worry. You've seen them all. It's just two so far. It's just the two so far. Yeah, I thought so too, but I can be proven wrong quite easily by just looking up the date. But like I said, I can't look it up because my phone is in use to record this. Alright. I actually like the color of this grass a lot. Of this diadem grass. It looks very desert-y. And since we're at it, I am going to add a grass patch to an area that has nothing to do with the palm trees right now. While we're at it, the only issue I have is that they tend to be a bit stubborn to loosen from the backing. And I want this to be sitting here in front of my wall. Just need to see if I can make this fit in there. Again, I'm not using super glue for this, I think. No, can't do this with super glue. I'm gonna do it differently this time. I'm gonna use a drop of this. Always good to have a multitude of glues handy because that just allows you to change on the fly if something comes up. And just install this patch of grass down here in front of this wall, like so, adding a bit more interest to this area, which I thought was a bit dull. Might do something similar around this edge right here because I think this area is dull as well, and might do something up here and here, just to captivate the audience, like the viewers, a bit more. Yeah, I like this. Looks actually quite good. All right, I think I will let this dry now. And like I said, the most important bit for me today was for you guys to see me build those palm trees, or at least build one of the palm trees, and to have you guys around while I install them, so you guys could give your 5 cents on what you think, where I should put them, what you think of them, into like as a whole, as palm trees, and just give you a first glance of what this dial might look like once the palm trees are on, and what the palm trees look like that you basically paid for by watching my videos. And again, I appreciate you guys hanging around for about 53 minutes now, and I appreciate you guys watching my videos on a regular basis, on a frequent basis. And I hope you guys have liked this 54 minutes of watching paint and glue dry. If you haven't, still, I appreciate you being around, watching, no matter how long you watch. And I hope to see you guys around soon, when I hopefully will be installing figures and tank in the last installment of building this life diorama. And then, next time, we might just do something entirely new. So, maybe a build-along of a model kit, and so maybe you guys can purchase a kit as well and build it at the same time. That would be cool. Like a shadow build, buddy build, life thingy. But, yeah, we'll see. So, this is it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out. I will talk to you guys soon, and keep in mind, the Force will always be with you. Bye for now. See you soon.